All right, Shalom. All praise to the Most High Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, who rule well, and peace and salutation to you, brothers who reflect, which is word of truth and sincerity. All right, this video here is, are you prepared for your Gethsemane moment? So I entitled it that because when you look at what Yahweh Shai was experiencing, you know, he took 3 of the disciples with him, but there was a point to where they couldn't continue on with him, and he had to literally walk that road by himself. You know, you had to walk the road by himself, and when I say by himself, I mean with him and the Most High Yahweh. Okay, the same thing will actually happen with us. At some point, we'll have to walk by ourselves. Because this is your lot. You have to, whatever's your lot is what the Lord says for you to do, says for you to endure. But this is the time to lean in on your brothers, talk to them, get close to them, counsel with them, all these different things. This is their learning stage, okay? And I just want to kind of put a visual, paint a picture of what Yahushua was experiencing as he was going through these things, his thought process and all that. Like when you actually sit down and read and think about it, man, it's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna start at Matthew chapter 26, and like I said, this came from just having a discussion with brothers about this whole scenario of what was happening to him before he was betrayed. Okay, this is Matthew chapter 26 verse 36. Then cometh Yahushua with them unto a place called Gethsemane, and saith unto the disciples, Sit ye here while I go pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and the 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Okay, and those 2 sons of Zebedee were James and John. Okay, so he took 3 disciples, Peter, James, and John, with him. And it says he began to be sorrowful and very heavy. So when you think about it, matter of fact, I'm going to read verse 38. Then saith he unto them, My soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. Okay, so Yahushua, he's coming up to that point to where, okay, I've been with you, I've been teaching, you've been following me, you've been learning from me, all these different things. That's great. I've been telling you what's to come, prophesying, all that. But now his time is literally at hand. His time has come for all these things that he's talking about. Not all of them, but as far as his death to come to pass. And that's something that he had to come to terms with. You know what I'm saying? He was in the flesh too. You got to remember, Yahushua was in the flesh now. He wasn't just a spirit just walking in the earth. No, he had feelings. He had thoughts. He had all those, the things that we experience are the things that, that Yahushua feels. So just think about how he was feeling. He knew that he was finna die. He knew that he was about to go through hell. He knew it wasn't gonna be no quick, no quick, something just easy, simple to go through, because he already knew he was gonna be mocked. He's gonna be ridiculed. He was gonna be spat on. He was gonna be beaten beyond recognition. He was gonna be pierced. He was gonna be, all these different things was gonna come upon him, and he knew that. He knew that it was gonna be an agonizing, thing. But once again, the Lord gave him the spirit to be able to endure that, though. So he began to be sorrowful, and it's a exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. So he knew, hey, I'm about to go through it, Lord. What, man? Verse 39. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Okay, so he's saying, Lord, if there's another way, Lord, please let me know if there's another way. But at the same time, It's, Yahushua, he was he had to come back in the spirit, and he says, nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. Okay, so he had to come back in the spirit, and understand what his duty here was that let not my will be done, but let your will be done. Okay, and it takes a very, very uh, um what you call it, it takes a real man to be able to really do that, to put aside your feelings and how you thinking and your way, to really want to do things the way Yahweh Shema Shai's way. Okay, all right. But it says, and he cometh unto his disciples and finding them asleep, and saith unto Peter, what, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? He's like, man, you couldn't stay up 1 hour? To stay up 1 hour with me? This literally my final hour. This probably last time you see me. Which I'm just, he knew he was going, after he rose, that he was going to appear unto him again. But I'm just saying, like this might be the last time you see me. Like, watch with me. Verse 41. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. So now he's building them up, telling them something. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. So he also understood, man, I know y'all want to be up with me. I know y'all want to stay and watch with me, but they kept falling asleep. It's like that flesh, man. That flesh is a beast. Okay, that flesh is something to deal with. That's your ultimate enemy, is the flesh. Okay, your ultimate enemy is your flesh, because your flesh wars against your spirit at all times. Verse 42. He went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup may not pass away from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. So once again, going to the Father again. Verse 43, and he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them and went away again and prayed a third time, saying the same words. And I just want to make this point. Sometimes when you don't get an answer, that is your answer. All right, if that makes sense. Sometimes when you don't get an answer, that is your answer. So remember that. Verse 45. Then cometh he to his disciples and saith unto them, sleep on now and take your rest. Because he knew they were tired. He knew that the flesh wouldn't allow them to stay up. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. And at this point he woke them up and said, arise, let us be going. Behold, he is at hand that doeth betray me. So now we get into the point to where Judas was about to betray him. Okay, but the focal point of this lesson was just I call it that Gethsemane moment, where you gotta realize you got this path to walk, okay, and you gotta endure it. I also want to get it in let's see, in the book of Luke. Let's see. This is Luke chapter 22, verse 39. Now look how it's worded in this book. And he came out and went as he was wont to the Mount of Olives, and his disciples also followed him. And when he was at the place, he said unto them, pray that ye enter not into temptation. He was withdrawing from them about a stone's cast away, and kneeled down and prayed. So he wasn't that far away from them, saying, Father, if thou be willing, remove this cup from me. Once again, like I said, he was going in that flesh because he knew what he had to endure. All right, but he just wanted, if it was another way, Lord, if there's another way, please let me know. Then it says, nevertheless, not my will, but thine be done. Once again, it wasn't Yahushua understood that it wasn't about him. He understood that it was all about the Father, which is why, like when he stated, as he was teaching, if you seen me, you seen the Father. I came not to do mine own will, but the will of him that sent me. All these different things, Lord. Yahushua was all about the Most High Yahweh. He was all about what he wanted. Okay, Yahushua was the most, is the most selfless individual you could meet. Okay, because he's not about himself. He's here to serve. Okay. Another thing that made him so great. But verse 43, and there appeared an angel unto him from heaven, strengthening him. So you got an angel ministering unto him. Angel speaking with him, strengthening him, talking to him. Okay, bigging him up, trying to let him know it. Let him know, hey, you got this. Yeah, you can do it. Verse 44, and being in agony, he prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was as it were great drops of blood falling down to the ground. That's how much say he was in agony. I was looking at that word. I just want to see what it says. All right, this is Strong's G74. Agonia. And it says, a struggle for victory, gymnastic exercise, wrestling, of severe mental struggles and emotions, agony or anguish. Okay, so he was struggling with that in his mind. If that ain't the most fleshly thing you could do, is to struggle with something that you have to go through, or you have to do in your mind, I don't know what is. It just shows you the true nature that Yahushua was one of us. Like he felt hurt. He felt, because he felt the pain. He felt hurt. He felt the embarrassment. He knew the things that he was about to go through and about to endure, which once again makes him the perfect judge, because he understands the fleshly side and he also understands the spiritual side to overcome those fleshly things. Perfect judge. All right. Verse 45, and when he rose up from prayer and was come to his disciples, he found them sleeping for sorrow, and said unto them, why sleep ye? Rise and pray, lest ye enter into temptation. And while he yet spake, behold, a multitude, and he that was called Judas, one of the 12, went before them and drew near unto Yahushua and kissed him. Okay, so that's going into the betrayal. But like I said, the focal point was, are you prepared for that Gethsemane moment? Where you gonna, you got your brothers, you got your family, whatever you got, you have your comfort zone, but then, in that Gethsemane moment, you're gonna be out of your comfort zone, and you have to stand on what you believe. You have to stand on what you work for. Okay? It's gonna be you and the Lord. You know what I'm saying? You pray that you put enough money in that spiritual bank account. Right? That you've been storing these treasures. Because once again, may the Lord, or may Yahweh Shema shall have mercy upon, all of us, when that day comes. Because we all have to go through it. We all have to do it. We all have to have our particular lot. We all have our particular road we must walk. Okay? So, call law, Yahweh Bashem Shah, Bashem Quadash. And I definitely hope, someone was edified, who will get something out of this. All right? So, shalom.